good on TV. And I just like the guy. All right. There's other really good examples of guys that I think are capable of doing that job. But if I'm trying to think of somebody, I don't know if Dilfer's a good example, but if Trent Dilfer were announced Monday Night Football booth, would it be met with, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, and Dilfer could have been the Monday Night Plan, but it might have been met with like a tepid response. All right. Lukewarm. Where you get the Manning sign onto it, it's like, okay, now we've got something here, but it's going to be on their terms, their production company. And oddly enough, this thing has worked because it's been really cool and it hasn't felt corporate at all. And I think if ESPN were to say, hey, we're going to pay you whatever you want, and then we're going to make you the main broadcast, but we're going to try to tighten up some of these little things, there would be moments where I go, all right, maybe I don't want to do 17 weeks of this entire thing. Maybe I don't want Nick Saban talking about an Ole Miss game from 20 years ago while, it's a tie game late in the third quarter. So I don't know that we're going to see a total pivot. And that's what happens. It's like we get a little taste of something that's dessert, and we're just like, I want to eat this every single day. And then you eat it every single day, and you go, okay, this is why I don't eat this every single day. So the other part of the Manning cast that I thought was great is they have moments in there where they're teaching you some stuff, like little stuff when they started talking about the screen, the wide receiver screen, and they go, that's hard, that's tougher to throw when you're playing bump coverage there, because you can't, if you have 2 versus 2 on a wide receiver screen and they're playing up on the line of scrimmage to jam you immediately, it's harder to get that rubber out to get one guy on the other side free with 2 defenders caught up with the other guy. And I was like, that makes sense. And then they go, the key is if you have it single and the guy's off, I'm going to go under center because now I have the football even quicker than if I were taking it out of shotgun. And I was like, wow, okay, yeah, now we're cooking. My favorite part of the broadcast was the Cowboys decided to go for it again on 4th and goal, essentially. And they'd been stopped on a few plays. They'd been stopped before where Dak looked like he fumbled. I don't know. That seemed like a bad call. But you understand, it wasn't really working out in goal-to-goal situations. And both Manning's like, I guess they're going for it on 4th here instead of making a 16-point game. And it's like, hey, you're going to need 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions. Like, you like your chances. And they go, all right, we're going to go for it. And Peyton was awesome because he's saying, all right, so let me get this straight. Like, it didn't work the first 3 plays, and now you have the play or it's going to work. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, so what, were you hiding the good one? Like, you already ran your best stuff. You had 3 shots at it. 2 were probably the best plays you had. Maybe all 3 were your best goal-to-goal plays that you called, and they didn't work. And then, of course, as he's saying this, it ends up being a touchdown where Dak missed, I think, his first read, and then everything broke down. He kept it alive long enough, and then, there you go. It's a touchdown in those guys. But, I loved that thought process. I loved when they were looking at Mike McCarthy being like, how come you're not calling a timeout here as the Eagles are getting ready to make a 4th down decision, and let's call a timeout, make them punt the football, make them long snap, make them punt it, you have a return, who knows, make them do those things. What the hell's wrong with you? But what I liked about it is that even though they were down on the 4th down call that led to a touchdown, so we could play the results and say that they were wrong, they were right in their method.